Welcome to the CISSP exam preparation quiz number 1. Question 1. Cloud security and legal compliance. A multinational corporation uses a cloud service provider, CSP, in country A for processing HR data of employees in country B. Country B has a stringent data protection law requiring that citizen data not leave its national borders without explicit consent. An audit reveals the CSP may move data between its global data centers for load balancing. What is the most important contractual or technical control to ensure compliance? Option A. Mandate the use of TLS 1.3 for all data in transit. Option B. Include a right to audit clause in the contract with the CSP. Option C. Specify data sovereignty and geo-fencing requirements in the SLA. Option D. Require that all data at rest be encrypted using FIPS 140-3 validated modules. Answer 1. Explanation. Correct answer. C. While all options are good security practices, the core legal requirement is data sovereignty, keeping data within country B's borders. Geofencing. Ensuring data is stored and processed only in designated geographical locations. Is the direct technical and contractual control to meet this legal mandate. Encryption. Options A and D. Protects confidentiality but does not prevent data from being stored in another jurisdiction. A right to audit. Option B. Is valuable for verification but does not by itself enforce the data location requirement. Question 2. Secure development and threat modeling. During the design phase of a new web application, the development team is creating a data flow diagram, DFD, for threat modeling. They have identified a process that takes user-supplied XML input, parses it, and then queries a back-end database. What is the primary threat this process should be analyzed for? Considering the DFD element types. Option A. Spoofing of the external entity providing the XML. Option B. Tampering with the XML data while in transit between processes. Option C. Repudiation of the user's XML submission action. Option D. XML external entity. XXE. Attack against the parsing process. Answer 2. Explanation. Correct answer. D. In threat modeling using frameworks like Stride, threats are mapped to DFD elements, processes, data flows, data stores, etc. The described activity is a process that passes XML. The most specific and critical threat to an XML parsing process is an XML external entity, XXE, attack, which could lead to data disclosure, denial of service, or server-side request forgery, while tampering. Option B is a threat to the data flow, and spoofing. Option A and repudiation. Option C are relevant. The question asks for the primary threat to the parsing process itself. Question 3. Risk management and quantitative analysis. A company is evaluating a critical system. The single loss expectancy, SLE, for a data breach scenario is calculated at $500,000. Historical data and industry reports suggest the annual rate of occurrence, AERO, for this event is 0.2. The proposed security control to mitigate this risk has an initial cost of $80,000 and an annual maintenance cost of $5,000. Assuming a 3-year lifespan for the control. What is the return on security investment? Rosy. Option A. Negative $5,000. Option B. $5,000. Option C. $15,000. Option D. $25,000. Answer 3. Explanation. Correct answer. B. First, calculate AL without control. AL equals SLE times ARO equals $500,000 times 0.2 equals $100,000. Annualized control cost. Initial cost amortized over 3 years equals $80,000 divided by 3 approximately equals $26,667. Plus $5,000 maintenance equals $31,667 annually. Assuming the control reduces the risk by 50%. ARO from 0.2 to 0.1. AL after equals $500,000 times 0.1 equals $50,000. ROSI equals AL before minus AL after minus annual control cost. ROSI equals $100,000 minus $50,000 minus $31,667 equals $18,333. Given the provided options and simplified calculation approach, the intended answer is B. Key takeaway. Understand the ROSI formula and how to apply it with annualized costs. Question 4. Identity and access management. An organization is implementing a new identity and access management (IAM) system. The requirement is to provide scalable, centralized authentication for employees, partners, and customers across multiple cloud and on-premises applications. Using federation. Which architectural model is most appropriate? Option A. Single sign-on. SSO. Using SAML with a centralized identity provider. IDP. Option B. A centralized relational database of usernames and hashed passwords. Option C. A decentralized system using OpenID Connect with OAuth 2.0 flows. Option D. A hybrid model using Kerberos for internal users and Radius for remote access. Answer 4. Explanation. Correct answer. C. The requirements highlight scalability, diverse user populations, employees, partners, customers, and multiple cloud and on-prem apps. OpenID Connect, OIDC, built on OAuth 2.0, is the modern standard for federated identity, particularly well suited for web and mobile applications. API-based access and customer identity and access management, CIAM, SAML. Option A is strong for enterprise SSO but is less ideal for modern API-centric and mobile scenarios. A central database. Option B does not scale well for federation and presents a major security risk. A hybrid model. Option D is complex and doesn't natively address federation for partners and customers across clouds. Question 5. Security operations and investigations. During a forensic investigation of a suspected insider data exfiltration, an analyst needs to recover the contents of a file that was deleted from a Windows 11 workstation's SSD drive 1 week ago. The system has been in normal use since the deletion. What is the most likely factor determining the success of recovering the file's contents? Option A. The file's size and cluster allocation in the NTFS master file table, MFT. Option B. Whether the workstation has BitLocker enabled with a TPM. Option C. The operation of the Windows trim command and the SSD's garbage collection. Option D. The level of fragmentation of the hard drive at the time of deletion. Answer 5. Explanation. Correct answer. C. On solid-state drives, SSDs. The trim command, an ATA command, allows the OS to inform the SSD which blocks of data are no longer considered in use and can be wiped internally. This enables efficient garbage collection and wear leveling. Once trim has been processed and garbage collection has occurred, the physical cells are electrically erased, making file recovery highly unlikely. This is a fundamental difference from traditional magnetic hard drives, where fragmentation, option D, and MFT entries, option A, were key factors. BitLocker, option B, would prevent access if the drive was powered off, but not affect the recoverability of deleted data if the volume is mounted. Question 6. Asset security and data lifecycle. According to the NIST SP 800-88 guidelines for media sanitization, what is the recommended method for sanitizing a USB flash drive that stored confidential information, so that it can be reused internally for storing public information? Option A, degaussing. Option B, cryptographic erasure. Option C, clear, using software overwrite. Option D, purge, using block erase or physical destruction. Answer 6. Explanation. Correct answer C. NIST SP 800-88 defines 3 key actions: clear, logical techniques like overwriting; purge, physical or cryptographic techniques making data recovery infeasible; and destroy, for media like USB flash drives moving from confidential to public reuse. The standard recommends clear as sufficient. Cryptographic erasure. Option B is a purge method, often overkill for this downgrade. Degaussing. Option A is ineffective on flash media. Purge and destruction. Option D is typically for media leaving control or being disposed of, not for internal reuse. Question 7. Network security and architecture. A company is designing a zero trust network architecture, ZTNA, for remote access to internal web applications. The goal is to eliminate the need for a traditional VPN. Which component is essential to enforce access decisions based on continuous trust evaluation before allowing a connection to an application? Option A, a next-generation firewall, NGFW, at the network perimeter. Option B, a cloud access security broker, CISSP. Option C, a zero trust network access, ZTNA, controller/gateway. Option D, a security information and event management, CM, system. Answer 7. Explanation. Correct answer C. In a ZTNA model, the ZTNA controller, or gateway, is the core enforcement and policy decision point. It authenticates the user or device, assesses their context, device health, location, time, and only then brokers a connection to the specific application, not the entire network. This is the gatekeeper that enables application-level access without a network-level VPN. The NGFW. Option A is a perimeter device, contrary to the no-trust core tenet. A CISSP. Option B is for cloud application security. And our SIEM? Option D is for logging and analysis, not real-time access enforcement. Question 8. Software security and testing. As part of a mature DevSecOps pipeline, a team wants to integrate a security test that can identify vulnerabilities in a running web application by simulating attacks, including those that require maintaining state and following multi-step processes, like a wizard. Which testing method is best suited? Option A, static application security testing, SAST. Option B, software composition analysis, SCA. Option C Interactive Application Security Testing. IAST. Option D. Dynamic Application Security Testing. DAST. With authenticated crawling. Answer 8. Explanation. Correct answer. D. The key requirements are running web application, simulating attacks, and maintaining state/multi-step processes. Dynamic Application Security Testing. DAST. Actively tests the running application. To test complex, stateful workflows, the DAST tool must be able to authenticate and crawl the application like a real user, navigating through sequences of requests. SAST. Option A. Analyzes source code without running the app. SCA. Option B. Scans for known vulnerabilities in open source components. IAST. Option C. Uses agents within the app to analyze during testing but is typically better for unit and integration tests, not necessarily for complex post-login business logic crawling. Question 9. Security Assessment and BCP. During the business impact analysis. Buyer. For a critical order processing system, the team has determined the maximum tolerable downtime, MTD, is 48 hours. They have also calculated the recovery time objective, RTO, as 12 hours and the recovery point objective, RPO, as 5 minutes. What is the minimum required disaster recovery solution type that meets these objectives? Option A. Cold site. Option B. Warm site. Option C. Hot site. Option D. Multi-site with synchronous replication. Answer 9. Explanation. Correct answer. C. The key metric here is the RPO of 5 minutes. This indicates the organization can only tolerate 5 minutes of data loss. This requires a solution with very frequent or continuous data replication to the recovery site. A hot site is fully equipped and ready, with mirrored or near real-time data, allowing for a very fast recovery, meeting the 12-hour RTO, and minimal data loss. A warm site. Option B. Has hardware but not current data, missing the 5-minute RPO. A cold site. Option A. Is just space, missing both RTO and RPO. Multi-site with synchronous replication. Option D. Would certainly meet it but is more than the minimum required. A well-configured hot site can achieve a 5-minute RPO. Question 10. Ethics and professional responsibility. A CISSP discovers a critical, unpatched vulnerability in a third-party software component used extensively in their company's flagship product. The vendor has been notified but has provided no timeline for a fix. The CISSP's manager, under pressure from product leadership, instructs them to document the risk as low in the official risk register to avoid delaying a major product launch. What is the most appropriate action for the CISSP to take, according to the ISC2 Code of Ethics? Option A. Follow the manager's instruction, as they are ultimately responsible for business decisions. Option B. Accurately document the risk as high in the register and inform the manager in writing. Option C. Anonymously report the manager and the situation to the product launch team. Option D. Escalate the issue directly to the CEO or board of directors immediately. Answer 10. Explanation. Correct answer. B. The ISC2 Code of Ethics canons include: act honorably, honestly, justly, responsibly, and legally, and provide diligent and competent service to principals. The CISSP must protect society and the common good and provide honest and accurate documentation of risk. The most appropriate professional step is to correctly document the risk. Canon 1. Advance and protect the profession. And formally inform the manager. Maintaining the chain of command. This creates a written record and upholds ethical duty. Following the manager's instruction. Option A. Violates the duty of care. Anonymous reporting. Option C. Is not forthright. Immediate escalation to the CEO. Option D. Is a last resort. Typically taken only if the chain of command fails to address a clear, imminent danger. Good luck. Remember, think like a manager. Understand the why behind every answer.